Hi, Nell Night here. Happy Monday. So, if you've seen my other posts, you've seen that this weekend was my graduation weekend, and it was a really wonderful weekend. And also, I am so very wiped out. One of the things about like when we have a lot of stuff going on, it's so important to find time to rest and recharge, and that doing and being really comes into action. So we can spend lots of times thinking about all that we want to do, being very busy and active in our lives, and then the other part of balancing our lives is actually just being where we are and absorbing and processing the things that we go through. So today is my day of kind of chilling out, processing the transitions and the busyness that I've had. So totally enjoying this downtime and taking it easy. So you can probably see that in my look and also in my energy. It's super like chill. I was thinking about today what we're going to talk about, and I have a few subjects that came to mind, but there's one that came to mind for me that seems it's been coming up a lot around me, so I feel like maybe it's important for me to talk about right now. I just recently had a conversation with someone about my business, and it's because now that I'm done with school, there's the focus and the energy that will be going more towards this work that I do, and how do I let more people know about this work. So one of the questions this person asked me was, well, there's this thing about you that is, that I see, and I've heard about in your story. What do you think you would call that? And so, after talking about like what helped me get to where I am today in terms of mentally, and helped me not go down a different path, because I really was in a place where I could have gone and been in a very, very bad place. So that thing, it took me a few minutes to think about. And I think it was really important for me to know this, because I think it's important for other people to know this as well. That thing was faith. And so if you don't believe in faith and, in a religious way, that's actually not what I'm talking about. It's faith. It was really more faith in myself, or faith that things would work out. A lot of times I'll ask people, if you could wave your magic wand, what would you have? And what would you get? And what would you want? And sometimes it's a tricky question for people, but when you can answer that question and find out what it is that, that you really would want, and you can envision that, then the next part of that is to actually believe that you can have that, and have faith in yourself. And that is a lot of the process in the work that I do with people, is being able to first believe in yourself that you can have whatever it is that you want. And so it takes time, because you may be hearing me right now and being like, well, maybe other people can have what they want, but like my situation is a little bit different. I'm not like you. There's all these other things that are just not allowing me to have what I want. And if that's you, I would invite you to get in touch with me because we can work on that. But I always thought that other people had what it took to make it, and there was something about me that I just didn't have the discipline. I didn't have the ability to achieve what I wanted to achieve. There were these fundamental flaws that I had, or what was the imposter syndrome, that people would really realize that like I'm like just a fake, and I am not good enough. Like I had all those feelings about this work that I do and where I plan on going. And I think about 7 years ago, it was when things changed for me, and I really began to believe in myself. And actually, in the beginning of that 7 years, I didn't believe in myself as much, except that I just began to have faith in that if I want to achieve something, it almost was putting it out to the universe. Now I feel a little bit differently about that now because I believe that what is being created is a universal thing, that we are connected to that. So it is our will and our desire that makes it happen. It is not this outside force that's making it happen. It's we are creating that outside force. So, so faith. So going back to that, to wrap this up and not keep it too long, that was the first spark for me, was believing that even when my external environment was not as I wanted it, and believe me, it was not as I wanted it when I started this work. It was really bad. A lot of drama in my life. And for those of you that know me, you will agree. And when I began to just, have the drama outside of me, but the belief inside of me, and then the fortitude to begin to go after and use energy, action to go after what I wanted, even though, I got a lot of doors closed in my face, but the faith helped me continue on and not give up. So I hope that this message lands well for many of you, and there was a reason that I'm talking about it. And sincerely find out what it is that you want and go after it, and remember that you can do it. And I send you lots of love and smiles and wish you many a happy evening. Okay, be well and take care. Peace out.